Thank you, Honorable Chair and Delegates. Can you imagine the impact of education? Struggling with challenges such as poverty, a stock-poor teaching staff, language barriers, and even child marriage? These issues represent just a snapshot of the broader educational concerns.
During our time, we have identified first four main areas that we wanted to tackle, which was education inequality, lack of infrastructure and qualified teachers, poor monetary system, as well as the lack of local incentive. And in order to tackle this, our bloc decided to revise or reform the existing collaborative UN bodies led by UNICEF.
Gender inequality in Mali. Women in Mali make women rates and majority rate are generally never first compared to boys in Mali. The disparity can be further magnified by characteristic differences. In 2012, survey discovered that 55.9% of women in rural areas who were surveyed have no formal competent and forms of education.
So what will I talk about here is the importance of the involvement of the national government. So the involvement of the national government in improving the education sector in a country is very important to monitor and control the quality of education itself, including the qualified workforce.
Thank you, Chair and Honorable Delegates. Jovek Sauch Ducado Eshif. A person learns while he is alive. You are never too old to learn. Teachers are the most important aspect in the education community, based on a survey which is over 400,000 students.
And also Serbia, Rwanda, and other wonderful countries I cannot mention. So the comprehensive educational enhancement, or STEAM, focus on a series of reforms and initiatives to improve the quality of education.
Burkina Faso's Voters Program nation should allocate resources to improve teachers' incentives, salaries, and working conditions. Additionally, comprehensive professional development programs should be established.
We would like to talk about the solutions we have given in our block in perspective of social cultural barriers in pending of improving the quality of education. The first solution we have talked about is urging the nations to uphold the principles of inclusivity and cultural sensitivity in education by revising and enriching curricula to reflect diverse cultural, social, and religious perspectives. And we also have talked about encouraging member states to invest in comprehensive manner teaching programs that emphasize cultural competency, awareness of social cultural dynamics, and strategies for inclusive education. We also call upon governments to implement policies and initiatives aimed at
distinguished delegates. AG believes that gender equality is one of the most important challenges when we're talking about improving quality of education. AG itself has been working on these challenges for quite a long time, considering it is basically one of our traditions for some time.
Working paper currently mainly sponsored by the delegate herself, the Central African Republic, China, Japan, and the United Arab Emirates. The delegates are working together to create a resolution where not only developing nations are benefiting, but developed nations are also respected. We are also creating a way, both ways supporting mechanism where
the Kingdom of Morocco presents several problems that I think that is most relevant in discussing in this committee. First one is the allocation of funds.
Women are definitely in transitions to multi-faced. And often subtle from cultural norms that prioritize boys' education over girls. To system bases that limit access to quality schooling and resources. These challenges particularly
actively participating in global initiatives like Education for All and in the SDGs. Our vision builds on three key pillars. First, strong the country's educational is well recognized as a global leader in education, which has helped Switzerland cement its place as one of the world's wealthiest countries. Today's developing countries favor the long-term Switzerland's educational system is among the frontrunners in the European Union for education. Our country, Switzerland, is actively using a range of comprehensive initiatives, ideas to combat poor schooling or poor education. According to OECD data, the country is holding equal chances.
The development of infrastructural facilities like proper clean classrooms, learning environments, giving uniform facilities, paying the money from funds which we have talked about to children, and addressing discriminatory barriers to education, and then resolves the procurement issues of instructional. Thank you.
In some countries, males are more likely to have access to quality education than females, making girls not access to the education.
Esteemed delegates, a pleasant afternoon to you all. The Kingdom of Cambodia stands in front of you, acknowledging the challenges of students face in Khmer language and mathematics, as highlighted by UNICEF-supported analysis. With aspirations to become an upper
Some
middle
part of the society works harder to receive education, while others are born to receive the same quality education much more easily. Education is a driving force for growth. Distinguished Chair and Committee, my fellow delegates, and esteemed guests that are all attending this conference, the Republic of Korea strongly believes our system of education is an example all of us acknowledge. We have a principle, a strong principle, of equal educational opportunity, and this principle is what we have been trying to apply.
But something that can be realistically implemented. What makes us different is that we have details of schemes that are indigenous that can be implemented at the grassroots level, including emergency funding to refugees, stop and dropout rates, healthcare system improvement, as well as eco-friendly and value-based
satisfy an individual work. The delegation of Turkey stands before you today to emphasize the importance of improving the quality of education in the world at the current moment. Education is a fundamental right according to the Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. That should be accessible to
Mozambique
all.
proposes a solution in pursuant to the UN SDG Quality Education Triple A's. Active, accountable, and accessible education policy would prioritize active in safeguarding children against harmful cultural practices. The government's accountability for ensuring quality education in both rural and urban areas, and accessibility in delivering equitable and inclusive education for all. With that aim, Mozambique strongly believes that quality education on a universal scale is attainable through collaborative efforts and strengthening educational policies catering to inclusion and child protection.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable chairs and esteemed delegates, based on countless statistics such as the UNESCO Institute for Statistics as well as the Global Gender Gap Report in 2022, we can also recognize that this prejudice and inequality is targeted for mostly towards females and girls. This, however, violates
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair, distinguished delegates, how would you feel if you go to school with the intention of seeking knowledge, yet you are faced with the terrors of sexual harassment? Every year, around 246 million girls and boys are subjected to sexual abuse and harassment in and around schools worldwide. In Senegal,
We are also working together with another bloc who has similar ideas, and while we do have several ideas proposed,
especially girls. The view that a woman will only be a housewife is at the heart of this problem. All humans and all genders should have the same rights, namely the right to education. There are 129 million girls out of school in the world. Girls living in conflict-affected countries are twice as likely to grow out of school as girls living in non-conflict-affected countries. To deal with